Self-made has to be somebody that was growing up.
8 months Pogu, thanks for the laughs and chill times, man. xQcOW. Hey, it's my 1-year anniversary. Could you wish my high school Overwatch team, the Capitals, good luck?
Good luck, Capitals, dude. You guys are gonna do great. Oh, actually, fuck it, the Capitals are trash. Fuck you.
Yep.
Do all the millionaires think the same, man?
Self-made has to be somebody that was growing up broke.
I disagree with that. You can mow lawns for a few months and make like a few $1,000s.
You know how many lawns I'm gonna have to mow?
It's a lot of lawns.
My name is Harold.
Oh, this guy's delusional.
Multi-millionaire. Please welcome Tim Sykes.
The key to my success is just working hard, like 18 to 20-hour days every day of my life.
Oh, okay, dude.
I think it's consistency, waking up every day, doing things that I need to do, not just because I want to do them, but because I have to do them.
3 years ago, I was serving Captain and Coke as a server. I feel like a lot of people think that this happens overnight when it's really been a lot of work.
I started a fat freezing business. It just grew from doing it for friends and family, and it grew into like a crazy thing.
What's up, you guys? It's Graham here. I think it's so important that you live below your means.
Guys, what's freezing?
And live frugally and really focus on what's most important to you.
I think millionaires get a bad rep. I try really hard to serve other people.
What? Oh, this is, guys, this video is yikes. No, I'm gonna say yes.
Growing up, I didn't have anyone in my family that was in real estate. I didn't have anyone in my family that had millions of dollars. And so for me, I do remember being like 15, 16 years old, having 20 bucks and working part-time after school and like saving away all that money. And then I used that money to get my real estate license. I barely graduated high school. I never went to college, 2 divorced parents, so I should not have become wealthy statistically. But I believe that I put in the work and I really wanted something and I was really determined and I really enjoyed what I do, and that accumulated to where I am today.
I literally started from the bottom. I'm not saying that I was ever homeless or anything, but I did grow up in a single family household. We ended up sharing like a 1-bedroom apartment with 5 people living in 1 bed. Living through those struggles really did put into perspective that I just wanted more out of life. So I went out there and I did whatever it took to build my wealth. And even though all
Guys, 5 in 1 bed? Oh, fuck off, dude.
odds were stacked against me. Like, I failed out of business administration. My counselor told me I would never make it in business.
That's a cap,
I took that and it lit a fire under me to prove her wrong almost.
I feel like personally self-made has to be somebody that was growing up broke, in my opinion. Like, you got it from the bottom, and I didn't get it from the bottom.
I disagree with that. I don't think you need to come straight from the bottom. Like, I started with a few $1,000s. I know a lot of people who started their whole businesses with a few $1,000s.
A few thousand is
Guys,
more than
this
what
guy
I
annoys
had,
me.
so in
But it
my
doesn't matter.
mind,
Like, a few
you're gonna
thousand
be
isn't
better.
going to make or break your business, like your life. Like, you can't.
$0?
Let's say you start with $1,000. I still believe you're self-made. Even 10,000, even 20,000, because you're not truly like even 6 figures or 7 figures.
I'm broke and I live at mom's house with $0. You're in a way better position than me.
You can mow lawns for a few months and make like a few $1,000s. Like, there's
You know
ways
how
to
many
make-
lawns I'm gonna have to mow?
It's a lot of lawns, but that is self-made.
You shut the fuck up.
I know what it feels like to be poor. 3, 2, 1, go.
There's a difference between being poor and being broke. I've been broke before, like me and my husband have been broke many times in like our relationship, but we've never been poor. And even like a long time ago when I lived in a 1-bedroom apartment with my family,
I'm done.
we were never poor. I mean, I was happy, like I had pudding, we went to like parks and stuff. I never felt poor.
When I was 7 years old, I got kicked out and moved into my grandparents' garage, and so I was poor mentally and I was broke financially, and I had to take care of myself at a very young age. So for a decade, I was running a pool company in order to eventually gain the opportunities to ultimately move that ball down the court, obviously. So.
But were you happy?
I mean, I wasn't, not really, right? Because there was a lot of stuff going on, and like I'm living in a garage and I'm growing up, and I had to not only become rich financially, but also mentally.
I know what it's like to have everything and lose it all. So for me, my parents split when I was young. My family was broken. My mom had to then support 2 children. My dad had some nasty habits with gambling and lost everything. So he had a lot of debts that my mom ended up having to be chased for. And basically, I was 12 years old when I got my first job going door-to-door sales, selling newspaper subscriptions, and I had to bust my ass off to help my mom. So for me, I feel like we all start from somewhere and we go through certain motions because it builds character.
I like that. I'm jealous of you guys. I wish I had that mindset. Like, I travel to third world countries to kind of see what it's like, but I still can't put myself like totally in that spot.
I feel like, again, broken poor
Okay, man.
are 2 different
This guy's
things.
annoying
Like,
as fucking.
I grew up in a
Shut
two-parent
up.
home. I, went to prom in a Bentley. Like, I grew up really, really great. But then I hit 20 and I moved out with some boy, and the situation got very, very domestic violence-y. Now, I was living in a penthouse, and I'm sorry, I got too much pride. I wasn't gonna go back home. And I'm like black and blue, like getting locked in like closets, like really, really toxic stuff. So that for me was very, very poor. Now, did it slingshot me to 6-figure a month income? Yes. But in that state of mind and in that environment, I felt like I was really poor. Like, I looked beat up, and my direct deposit was not gonna fix a black eye, like.
I should pay more in taxes. 3, 2, 1, go.
I feel like, you make more money, you obviously do have to pay somewhat more, but I don't feel like we deserve extra things to pay just because we have more money. Like, we shouldn't be looked to as like a fund, from the government or someone else who just feels like, oh, you have more money, you should pay more in taxes.
I just feel like there should be a little bit more freedom with it, because it's really, really stressful, and I feel like a lot of businesses fail in the first 3 years because of taxes, not because they're bad at business, not because they're bad at managing money, but because they're not prepared to do everything by the book.
I mean, I just don't appreciate it when big companies who sell a lot of their services like in the US, and then they have some like Ireland tax status where they're getting out of it, like Apple and Amazon and these big companies that theoretically should pay billions in taxes while it's us average people who are really supporting the government. I think there should be a little less inequality there.
Amazon paid $0 in taxes.
Did you see Bezos is donating to Australia for the wildfires? He donated $690,000.
Yeah.
And he makes an average of $200 million per day.
Yeah.
And he put out a whole press release. And I'm just like, come on, dude. Like, give a little more.
To be fair, they have created a lot of jobs.
Now chat, ready? We're gonna figure out how much did he donate. Ready, boys?
$1 million per day.
Yeah.
And he put out a whole press release.
How many did he donate?
Give a little more.
To be fair, they have created a lot of jobs for people. I actually sell on Amazon, so
Zero megalo.
It's provided an opportunity for people like me to make a living for myself, to be
You're
able
a
to start
boss
a
at
business,
Amazon.
online, and to be able to make internet money. So like to have that freedom, and like whether we think that he needs to give more or not, I mean that's really up to him what he does with his money.
I've spent an absurd amount of money on something because I can. 3, 2, 1, go.
Well, that's yikes.
My husband just got a Lamborghini and he had a Mercedes. It was like a 90 grand car and he added like a 200 grand car. And I'm like, why'd you do that? Like, you don't need to do that. He's like, well, I mean, I could, so why not? Like, I want to, it's fun. I'm like, you can't even drive it to the grocery store. Like, you can't use this car for anything.
I mean, I grew up wanting cars. Like, my whole bedroom was like plastered with cars on the wall. And then when I could actually buy it, it was like
it's so fun, right?
Well, it was fulfilling a childhood dream. It wasn't even about the car. It was the challenge.
Yeah.
Then once I had all the cars, the thrill was gone, so I didn't need it. So I think that you should all have like dreams and chase those dreams, whatever they are. Maybe they don't cost that much.
But I mean, not everything's materialistic. Like, when I started making money, I changed my body.
Yeah,
I went and
that's
upgraded
what
my
everyone
chest.
does.
I went and cleared my skin.
Yeah.
I went and got a tattoo.
Yeah.
I went and got my, you know what I mean? Like, go and get hair extensions. Like,
I've definitely purchased things in the past that were cool, and it was because I could. But as time's gone along for me, I've realized so many times that every time I hit the goal or the destination or the target, I realized that the journey was so much more fun. And as I've achieved more success and built more companies, it's almost every time now where I get there and I'm like, man, the journey was actually funner than the destination.
I'm kind of over here with you.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, because like I used to buy a lot of bags. I'm not even gonna lie. Like, and then once I got there, it was kind of like, I don't have a man, I don't have kids. What am I doing?
But the question wasn't like, what do you think about what's important now? It's like, have you done it in the past? You can't change your past. If you do, are we doing that, changing the future?
Guys, yeah,
What do you
these guys
think
are
about
weird.
Material possessions now, like I'll change. I don't need them, but in the past I've had them. So I've fulfilled my childhood dreams. Now I'm good.
Well, that's not how it works, but okay, man.
One of humanity's biggest problems. 3, 2.
What a weird guy, dude.
Go.
If we're talking about getting like successful, inequality is definitely not a problem. Like a homeless person has rose to fame overnight. I mean, if we're talking about inequality like with like the country, yeah, like, you know, that exists. But to become successful, inequality is not a problem. You know, anyone can make it.
I guess the issue with inequality is that the rich are getting richer
Guys,
and the poor are not having.
guys, I think this bimbo doesn't get it. I think you understand that by equality they mean like given the same sort of set of tools and same sort of chance at the start. That's the whole point. I think bimbo there doesn't get that.
Access to those means.
Well, no, because I feel like my husband, he grew up in like the ghetto of LA. Like he had nothing. He worked as a dishwasher technician. And now he drives a gold Lamborghini and he had a gold Mercedes and he can buy whatever the hell he wants. You don't need to be like a white guy to make money, you know? Like you don't need to grow up in a rich area to make money. There's opportunities everywhere. Anyone can do it if they want to.
But
I think when you look at the statistics though, I think it's definitely doable. Like anybody can do it. But we still are in a day and an age where it's still not that common in the grand scheme of things. Like there's still a lot of people that, like you said, the rich get richer and the poor are either staying the same or not really getting that ahead right now.
I feel like there's still just a lot of inequality. I mean, like we're all minorities and you guys are all white. And then like growing up, if you put me in a 4th grade classroom and I say, show me a millionaire, you say Apple, Amazon, Timothy Sykes. He's rich, and then you're like, okay, show me somebody black, show me somebody Asian, show me somebody Spanish. You're gonna be like,
it's very
Michael
limited,
Jordan.
right? It's extremely limited.
They don't know.
We need more examples.
My privilege has allowed me to become rich. 3, 2, 1, go.
I think the internet democratizes everything. I mean, I learned everything about stock trading on the internet, and many of us take advantage or capitalize on, things that are in the market, and the internet allows us to become experts.
Would you say the internet's a privilege, though?
No. I mean, you want to get like into semantics, like it's a privilege to be alive during this time in history where we have the internet.
Just in a sense.
That's not what they meant, though.
You may not have it, so you have to like
you can
walk
get free
to.
Wi-Fi.
You have to walk
you
to
can
Starbucks.
beg on the street, and you can get.
But I have to walk there. It's not a
you
privilege.
could be paralyzed and you could like push yourself. There's a way to get on the internet. Almost every single person can get on the internet. The internet, I think, allows you to achieve anything.
Dude, what the fuck is this guy talking about?
If you're a man or a woman.
Well, I feel like that's for internet businesses. Like for me, it's more like beauty. Like for example, if I didn't like kind of look good, I'm not trying to be conceited, no one would trust me to like help them look better. Like for example, you're in stocks. That's not really privilege. You learned how to do that. My privilege has allowed me to make money just in that case, just because it's like a beauty industry. That's it. You know that.
So you can create privilege then too, right? Once you gain some momentum in life, it becomes easier in a sense, right? It becomes like you look at the exponential growth of success typically, and once you kind of create privilege a little bit, from what I've found at least, it does become a little bit easier. Like once you're there though, I mean, it could take 10 years to get there, but eventually you create the privilege. Doesn't mean you had to start out privileged.
For sure, and sometimes it's generational. Like if I was in my mom's shoes and I was actually born in Vietnam and and she didn't take that chance with her family to leave literally everything behind and come over to Canada, I may not be where I am today because she didn't, make that decision to bring our family over. Maybe I would have had to be the one to make that decision for my family, and then it's the next generation that basically.
Guys, what do you guys say? Is it because
it really is situational.
People judge me because I'm rich. 3, 2, 1.
Guys, are those real teeth?
We live in a world where social media is extremely prevalent. So like being on YouTube or Instagram or social media, a lot of it's like perceived. You are constantly getting like quote unquote judged. In my
Right, but
opinion.
even on social media, it really just depends what you post. That's very much
I have a
a
stupid
controlled
$30,000
environment.
watch just for social media. Like I don't
Right.
even, if you ask me what time it is, I check my iPhone. I don't even know if this thing works. But like when you're trying to grow your business, especially for me, like in stock trading, why do you get into stock trading? Is it fun? No, it sucks, but you can make money. So for social media, you kind of have to show it.
But even with social media, I mean, if you have 1 million subscribers on YouTube, I think you're rich.
Yeah.
Because I know YouTube is writing you a check, and I'm judging you off
Direct
that.
deposit.
But that's my point. Like, you don't have to post a flashy watch. You don't have to post a nice car anymore. Like, if I see, you know, a large amount of subscribers on a monetized platform, I know you're getting direct deposit. I know something's keeping your lights on. Now, I'm not judging you in a bad way. Of course, you know, I work every day to try to make videos too. But in the same sense, like, we judge people that ask us for money.
Guys, why are you guys taking me? What are you talking about? What did you say?
Have to post a flashy watch. You don't have to post a nice car anymore. Like, if I see, you know, a large amount of subscribers on a monetized platform, I know you're getting direct deposit. I know something's keeping your lights on. Now, I'm not
Guys,
judging you in a
what is direct deposit?
bad way. Of course, you know, I work every day to try to make videos too. But in the same sense, like, we judge people that ask us for money.
Money can buy happiness. 3, 2, 1, go.
It's kind of like that poor broke mentality.
See, chat, listen, you guys, I'll be honest with you. All 5 of these guys, they rushed agree, and I'm pretty sure none of them are happy.
All over again. Like if you're rich and you're like in a domestic violence relationship, like you're not happy even though you might have money, but still money can buy fun things. And looking back, like you're proud of your accomplishments, you're proud of the journey that you took to get to where you are, and in a way it can buy happiness.
Money allows you to buy freedom, and then freedom gets you the ability to have more time to find what makes you happy. It's not a direct result.
But it could be, like, let's say your mom or your dad or somebody that had a severe illness, you know, was in the hospital and they had X amount of time to live. Now this person makes you extremely happy, and it's going to cost $1 million or $2 million for this surgery that
And
they
you
need
save them.
to survive, and you save them. Like, you quite literally just bought happiness. Now that's not to say that it buys happiness in every area of life. Like,
But it can.
But in certain areas,
That
like,
is,
yeah, money definitely can buy happiness.
Guys, listen, dude, that is like such like an extreme short-sighted mindset. The problem is that everything levels out at some point, dude. Like these things, once you get the peak, whatever, yeah, it kind of like all settles to, you know, it goes back to like a sort of your zero, your normal life, your fucking daily life, dude. Dude, happiness is a constant fucking thing happening. It's an ongoing process, dude. It's not something you just boom. It's not like that, dude.
The most fulfilling asset is the house that I bought my parents.
Exactly.
And I am so grateful
And
to be able to do
you were
that.
serving
You're not gonna save your parents fucking every 4 months, dude, for the rest of your life. It's just not gonna happen.
another person.
100%.
Exactly.
Right, it's like pouring from an empty cup. You need to make sure that you fill your cup before you help other people. And I think it goes back to donating, or people expect you to give more because you have more, but really it's not selfish for you to want a lot of money or to want that time freedom. And it really just depends on your definition of happiness, what makes you happy. And we all find that, I guess, reason at different points in our life. Some people figure it out really early on, and some people it takes them a lifetime to find out what makes them happy. So even though you could have a lot of money, if you don't know what that reason is that drives you to do the things that you do, then really you're just not going to be happy whether you have money or not.
All right, guys, that's a wrap.
Okay, listen, dude. Dude. If I see you drive this, dude, this is absolute
I knew how
hot
a song
liquid
just came out
cringe.
bonkers.
That is pure cringe, dude. This doesn't look good. Doesn't look fancy. This doesn't look, dude. It is just so cringe, dude.
A big thank you to Dashlane for supporting this episode and for making our content possible. For those of you who don't know, Dashlane is awesome. It securely generates and stores.
Yikes, dude. Holy shit. Okay. That gave me a headache.